Hi, this is Mike Brezonick from Diesel Progress and New Power Progress. I am here at MPAC 2022, which is Bosch Rexroth's Electrified Mobile Product and Application Conference. I'm talking to Matthias Kielbassa, Vice President of Electrification. And one of the highlights of the conference has been the new eLION product line. Give us an overview of what that involves.
So eLION, that is a high voltage electric solution portfolio, meaning we are offering solutions based on 400 and 700 volts to our customers, and it is consisting of inverters, a broad range of motor generators, gear units, software that is needed for implementing the solution, an extended portfolio of needed accessories such as onboard chargers, DC-DC converters, high voltage cables, power distribution units, and since we are Rexroth, it is always about state-of-the-art hydraulics.
What sorts of equipment applications is this suitable for?
It is suitable for all kinds of non-road mobile machinery. So we are speaking about excavators, about wheel loaders, telehandlers, harbor applications, airports, underground mining, wherever zero local emission is requested by our customers. And for sure, this is also including agriculture and forestry.
We are in the MPAC eLION booth. Can you give us a look at some of the specific components?
Yeah, one of the components we see here below is our new electric motor. We will have this motor in 4 different sizes that can be distinguished by the outer radius of the motor, and with that we can take influence on the motor characteristics, that means on torque, power and speed of the electric motor. And besides that, all of those 4 motors, they will be also configurable in length and winding, so that in the end we will have more than 80 motor variants to suit all the needs of our customers when it is about electrifying the drivetrain and the implement solution of the application, and to operate the machine in a way that we can maximize the energy efficiency of the system, which is very important because in the end the battery capacity is costing money and you want to keep the battery as small as possible, meaning you have to have a very efficient solution that is integrated into your vehicle.
And you really seem to have designed it in a way that you can find a motor configuration that works in almost any type of machine package. Because putting components in usually a somewhat restricted space can be a real challenge.
Yeah, for sure. And that is something that we can solve by having different diameters of the motors, different lengths of the motors, in order, let's say, to handle the situation and the available assembly space. But honestly spoken, it's not only about the assembly space. It is also about, will that motor work in a way that you can, let's say, define that component as a fully reliable one that is meeting performance and lifetime expectations. And also that was a very important topic in our product development. So all of our components are very robust, with a dedicated design for the off-highway, with an extremely high shock and vibration resistance, a broad temperature range, and a high ingress protection class that can be met.
Bosch Rexroth has a lot of experience in terms of things like factory automation, where you've used electric motor drives for a long time. How important was that to your ability to develop this kind of very flexible package?
Yeah, first of all, I would take one step back. The main first point was that we have such a deep understanding for the application of our customers due to our current market positioning as one of the market-leading suppliers for mobile hydraulics. But then when it was about to develop the right portfolio based on the specification that we derived out of our knowledge, there our long-term experience in factory automation was helping a lot. So nobody has to explain us how to develop an electric motor or an inverter, but in the end, it was just new to develop a motor for this market segment. But in fact, since more than 40 years, we are supplying components to the factory automation environment. So we have actually more than 10,000 customers who are getting electric motors and power electronics from our side. So we are the right one to extend our hydraulic portfolio now by electrics also for the off-highway.
You mentioned inverters, and we'll take a step over this way so we can look at the inverter package. Again, this is something you've been building inverters for stationary factory situations. This is a lot different than that.
It is. It starts just with the simple fact that a typical inverter for the factory automation is integrated into a control cabinet. There's no shock, no vibration that has to be considered. The ambient temperatures are usually between 0 and 40 degrees Celsius, and also the ingress protection class can be low because it's integrated in the control cabinet. This inverter here has an ingress protection class of IP6K9K, so it's quite safe. It, in addition to that, can be operated in the range between minus 40 and plus 85 degrees Celsius without any derating. And last but not least, it has a shock resistance of 40G and a vibration resistance of 7G. So you can integrate it in every excavator without having any issue when it is about the robustness of the inverter.
I know you've been in development with these products for quite a while. When will they go into production, and when will they be available to customers?
They are already now available to customers when it is about preparing a series application together with the customer, which always starts with having a first proof of concept and prototype. And we will go into series in the first half of 2023. So meaning we are already collaborating with a lot of customers in order to prepare the series. And they are really excited about this eLION product portfolio because of the topics that I have already mentioned, like, for example, the scalability of the product portfolio, the robustness, but also one important thing that is highly related to this inverter here, and this is functional safety. So functional safety to contribute to the overall safety concept of the machine. And here we can take benefit of our long-term factory automation experience with safe motion functions according to the ISO 13849. That is the valid norm for the off-highway. So we have safe communication via CAN. We have many safety features like safe torque or safe torque off. In other words, the safety switch off of the electrical drives. And this is something that is not just developed from one day to the other. You need to have a lot of experience and you need to put a lot of effort in doing that. And this will be something which will create a real unique selling proposition in this market.
Well, thank you, Matthias, very much for that overview of the eLION products.
You're welcome.
Again, Mike Brezonick from Diesel Progress and New Power Products. Thanks for watching.